Howdy, me hearties. We are here for some tipping. Does my video work? I just said howdy on the stream. That's good. So that's the stream delay we're expecting here. It's not as bad. It used to be like 20 seconds. That was 8 seconds. That's actually not too bad. Does it get worse towards the end of the stream? I don't even know. But yeah. So I got 7 out of 9, which is not bad. The 2 I got wrong was me trusting North Melbourne, and the other one was trusting the Dogs. And I thought they would beat Freo, but they did not. So yeah, should have been 8, but Western Bulldogs decided they didn't want to play. So it is what it is. Mr. Cat was indeed first. Well done to Mr. Cat. Good day, David. Hello, AFL Legend. How you doing? Hello, Master. How you doing? Nice North tip. Yeah, great tip, mate. It went really well. Yeah, as you can see. Up the Swans. No comments. No comments. No comments. No comment on Sydney. No comments. Didn't happen. We're so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna of course shoot this after this. So I don't know how many episodes it will be, but expect at least one. If it's not up tomorrow, then Tuesday. Can't talk about Dogs not turning up when your team must play 76. How does that make any sense? The Dogs are a contender to actually do something this season. Hawthorn are terrible. Hawthorn are expected to lose. So what are you talking about? I am right to complain about the Dogs not beating Fremantle. They should be beating Fremantle. They are a better team. They're a better team than Fremantle. If they could kick more straight in the third quarter, they would have won that game. Hello, Richie. Your Gina gonna be on the list. Who's Gina? Who's that? North lost to Hawthorn by 10 goals. Hawks lost to Sydney by 10 goals. Well. No, Freo are better than the Dogs, not even close. No, they're not. I refuse to believe that. They just happen to be better on the day. Okay. But obviously the ladder suggests they are better, but you know, that's what it's a 4-point difference. You know, it could have been a different thing if, you know, never mind. 7 out of 9 I will take, certainly better than the 2 I got the previous round. I'm sure at least one of these tips will piss you guys off again, but you know me, I'm stubborn. So you got a weekend of rivalries. You got the Adelaide Showdown. You've got Carlton Collingwood. You got the Sydney Showdown, which I'm annoyed at because at 4:45 a.m. and I'm not waking up for that one because I'd like to see that game. You got Melbourne Geelong, and you got Brisbane Gold Coast in the Q Clash. The Q Clash ain't really like an iconic rivalry, but it's getting better recently, I feel, and that's partly because both teams are good. Brisbane a bit dodgy this year, but obviously Gold Coast improving, and it should be quite a good game. 88% is interesting though. I think the Lions will win that game, but I'm surprised there's that big a margin in terms of who's tipped what. Obviously, there's still a week left, so plenty of tippers have not tipped yet, but still. I'm going to go Port Adelaide to win this one. I said in my prediction video at the start of the season that Adelaide will beat Port once, or Port will beat Adelaide once, so they win the game each. So this is the game I think Port will win, and I think Adelaide will win the other game. They'll be the away team, even though at the same ground. Yeah, they'll both silence each other's fans, I guess, this season. I'll go by 11 points. I think Port will win that particular game, but it could go either way. I think it could go either way. Carlton Collingwood. I'm gonna go for Collingwood to win that one. This is a 50-50 game. I'm not gonna go with this minority narrative because it doesn't make. Officially, it is a minority, but it doesn't make sense. It's a 50-50. 50-50. Let me read a bit of the chat before I continue. The Dogs were better that game, but couldn't convert the shots. Yeah, you missed quite a few. That bottom belly one was the most annoying one I saw the whole game. And then you hit the post like 2 minutes later. Who will I do go in the gauntlet? Whoever's playing Hawthorn at this rate, mate. uh, you got 9 out of 9 this week. Flag mantle is happening. Oh dear. I don't know about that one, Graz. It's 27 to 27 in the showdown. Interesting. Speaking of rivalries, it's Tottenham v Arsenal today. Tottenham's just up the road from me. So we hate each other. Tottenham want top 4. We want the Premier League title. Both might get neither, to be fair. Because if Man City win all their games, we won't get the title. But anyway, there is that issue with us today. So yeah, literally my day is I'm going to do this stream, then record Stupid Idiots, and then watch Tottenham v Arsenal, and then edit some videos, and then go live stream that new Taxi Driver Simulator game, because it sounds fun. Bought that yesterday. What are my predictions? I'm not going to say what my predictions are because I don't know. I predicted a draw though. I'm pretty sure I predicted I mean, I made a video. I make a video every week predicting the games, mate. So you can check that. Carlton hater. I'm not a Carlton hater, but I'm not a Carlton lover either. Just to clarify, you've gone all different tips. Interesting AFL legend. You might go for the Saints this round for the gauntlet. Do I watch rugby? Sometimes. I watch when the World Cup is on. I do check it out. Both World Cups, both Union and Rugby League. And there's a thing called Six Nations. But I'm not really into like club rugby that much. But when I've watched NRL, I've enjoyed that. But I've not really properly gotten into it. David might tip North for that game. I'm not tipping North. I tipped North because they were playing Adelaide. I'm not going to tip against St Kilda, who are better than Adelaide this season. I know they're below them on the ladder, but that's only on percentage, first of all. And second, Adelaide have been very incompetent most of their games. St Kilda have at least shown something, even in the games they've lost. They've had some bad games too, though, in fairness. The Sydney Showdown. I'm going for a Sydney Swans win in this one. This is not to please AFL legend. I'm actually saying at the SCG, I think the Swans will hand the Giants their second defeat of the season. I think it'll be a very interesting game, and obviously they're both having a very similar season. I think the Giants are are stronger at the moment, but the Swans are very strong. I think the SCG factor will be just enough for that. But the Giants can definitely beat them as well. Giants can win at the SCG. They've done it before. But this is a strong Sydney side and a strong Giants side, so it could be an interesting clash of great players, and it could go either way, just like the Adelaide Showdown for me. So I'm going to go for Sydney though. And I'm again, just like this one, I'm not counting it as a minority. I'm just saying it's a 50-50 game in my mind. Even though it's a bit of a clear majority over that. St Kilda against North, easy tip. This is literally 50-50. Quite literally. What if I tip the balance? Nah, I can't tip the balance. Nah, that doesn't work. Part of me feels that Melbourne can beat Geelong, but the other part of me feels Geelong have found a way to win every single game. Is it wise to go against Geelong right now? Win streaks do end, you know. Dominant teams do lose. I mean, we saw Collingwood lose to Hawthorn last year, so, you know, dominant teams do lose games. But do I have enough faith in Melbourne? Because Melbourne, I think, can do it. It's not like they're some big underdog. They're literally a finals contender. They've been top 4 the last 3 years. But it's just like, it's hard to go against Geelong right now. Obviously, they'll lose eventually. It could be round 8. But I don't know. They're too good. They keep finding a way to win. Somebody stop Geelong, please. I can't take another Geelong flag. I cannot take it. Somebody stop them. I'm going to tip Geelong though. Essendon to beat West Coast. Although I wouldn't count out West Coast just yet. You never know. They tend to, like, even today they scored like 75 points. It's not too bad. You never know at home. They smashed Freo out of nothing, and no one expected that sort of margin. So I guess you never know. Let me go up to the comments. What type of stupid idiots are we looking at, David? No comment. Tip North again. The Saints are so bad, even worse than Adelaide. No, they're not. No, they're not. I saw Adelaide play against Essendon. All right, they're a little bit off the pace. It's, that's being nice. UltraGear's Giants against Sydney Swans. Swans will beat Giants. Okay, got two different comments there. Toby Green is back with kick-winning goal with it left to get over the line for the third time. So Toby Green will win it, by a few points. So what you're saying is the game will be very close. So it could go either way. The Giants usually beat Sydney at the SCG. They do, yes, but I think this time Sydney will beat them. Toby Green is a goal. Well, Toby Green is a bit. I do love Toby Green. A lot of people don't like him, and I get it. He has a history, but I like the guy. He's a damn good player. He just needs to stop kicking people, which he hasn't. Mr. Cat. You said you support both Dockers and Giants. You can't support two teams, mate. Graz. There's a guy on this channel called Ethan, right? His name is EKV8 Productions. He supports 16 teams. He supports every team except West Coast and Adelaide. So, maybe two teams ain't so bad compared to that. But yeah, I wouldn't support two teams either, to be fair. I think supporting two teams in the same league is a bit weird. I think supporting two teams in different comps is alright, but the same league I think is very strange. In my opinion, that's just the way I see it. Excuse me. You've learned your lesson against Geelong. You're not tipping them for a while. Melbourne can't score. Geelong are the best team in it. D's won't get close. You've tipped D's for this one. Geelong will outscore them massively. You said it yourself, David. The Lions are terrible and they beat Melbourne. That says it all. You're leaving doing your tips for this round until Wednesday. Okay. You fool. West Coast will beat Essendon. Easy. They are too quick. This feels like a deja vu. I'm pretty sure I tipped Essendon 2 years ago and you said the same thing. Or was it last year? I can't remember. Essendon too lazy to win. He's a fool, Mars Biggie. Nah. You're a fool, mate. You support two teams. Guarantee if we had Jai Amos, we would have beat Eagles in the derby. Well, the West Coast Eagles had a plan to injure Jai Amos and it worked. Oh, really? Good day, Xavier. How you doing? Thank you again for the donation. From the previous stream. I appreciate it. I did not expect that. But yeah, I got my YouTube earnings went up this morning, so it just updated it. And it's just oh wait, why is it not the same? Oh yeah, I just remembered YouTube takes 30%. But yeah, again, I appreciate it, mate. It's I've never got a donation that high, ever. I never got super chat that high. I'm just what? You didn't have to do that, mate. But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, mate. Mr. Cat, 2023, 2021, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016 are all the years Giants have beaten Sydney at the SCG. Okay, doesn't mean 2024 be added to that list. So what you're saying is there's not been consecutive years in 4 years. 5 years, actually. Jai Amos, the guy who missed from the goal square in Frio's last finals win, who would take him out, couldn't hit the side of a barn. It was nerves. Yeah, it could be nerves. Mars McGee also got 41 goals in the second season. Right, so, to be fair, the tipping is fairly equal. I'm going to put Richmond down to beat Fremantle. Yes, I know, last week I said North to beat Adelaide. It went wrong. But Fremantle are inconsistent. They're unpredictable. Last week they got smashed by West Coast. This week they beat the Western Bulldogs in a competitive game. Yes, the Dogs missed a lot of shots, but they still got over the line. They found their way to win. Okay. Richmond have only won a game, just like Adelaide last week. But they have beaten Sydney this season, and Sydney are second, and are a flag contender. So I think Richmond beating Fremantle can happen. But I'm not saying it because of the MCG. Believe it or not, because the Freo are not actually that bad at the MCG. They actually play okay there. They're not. It's not like it's a stadium where they have a weakness at. I don't see it that way. They do lose games there, sure, but I don't think they're gonna have an issue say the Lions will. But I can say that Richmond can win by under 2 goals. I think they can win by under 2 goals. Freo are not consistent. That's my issue with them. They're not consistent. I liked Freo a lot more. They're one of my favourite teams after the team I actually support. But I reckon Richmond can do the job here. I reckon Richmond can do it. They have won one game, but it was against Sydney at the same time, who are up there. So it's not like they can't pull off a big win. Okay, and they're playing against what, 8th place, who's lost 3 games out of 7. I'm going for Richmond. And this one, I'm not. If anyone says this is just as stupid as a North Melbourne tip, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. And I'm using this as proof. 47% of people compared to 9% of North Melbourne tippers last week. I'm just saying. The only times Giants lost to Sydney at the SCGs when they were terrible, like in 2022. 2022 will be added to that list. Yeah, but Swans are like one of the strongest they've been out of all of those years. There's a few exceptions, of course, but the Swans are better than most of those years. They were not better in 2023 than they are now, and a few other years as well. Like 2022, the year when they reached the grand final. Wait, was it? It was 2022, right? Or was it 2021? It was 2022, I think. But fairly sad. G3 will beat Tigers. Yeah, but you're a Freo fan, of course you say that. Yes, Freo Dockers has beat Richmond Tigers, but you support 2 teams, mate. Of course you say that. Freo didn't win again. Freo didn't win. The Dogs just lost. Mr. Cat cannot accept defeat. Every time the Western Bulldogs lose, Mr. Cat, who's a Bulldogs fan, by the way, even though it's called Mr. Cat, he always finds an excuse. Last year, Western Bulldogs lost to Hawthorn and West Coast towards the end of the season, and Mr. Cat's reasoning was, we didn't take you seriously. You're trying to get in the 8s. You should take teams seriously. You take everyone seriously. What sort of excuse is that? You lost, mates. Just like you lost against Freo. But your excuse is, you let them win. You lost, not they won. Okay. Even though, you obviously could have won if you kick straight. Richmond would be a good corner for this week if they win. If they win, yes, but it's very risky. Okay, let's spend 40 minutes telling how dumb this tip is, and he'll refuse to change it, and he'll look like a fool again. Richmond will be a good corner for this week if they win. Richmond sucks, just like North Melbourne. Richmond are not as bad as North, though, are they? Freo could either win this by 50 or lose by 30. Essendon, Freo, Richmond, Saints, Bulldogs, Suns, Adelaide, one of those 6 teams will be the gauntlet tip this week. They have a game they could win. Nothing could be stupider than that North tip as a heads up. Fair enough, I'll accept that one. Exactly, Mr. Cat. But, I mean, there was a more stupid tip as well from like 2 years ago. I was in the gauntlet in like round 14 or something, and I tipped either North or West Coast, and I lost. So there was that one as well. The Swans were better than the Giants in 2021. They also lost to the SCG, also in 2018, lost to the Giants for the SCG. But it's 2024. Let's see what happens. The North tip was more stupid, but you can't see Richmond winning still. At least we're accepting that the Richmond tip is better than the North tip. Even in 2016, the Swans were better than the Giants and lost in the SCG. 2016, 2018 were finals, Mr. Cat. Even if he wasn't a Dockers fan, you'd say Dockers win by 100. By 100. You're that confident, yeah? You're that confident. We're looking 2 weeks ahead. Yeah, we're looking 2 weeks ahead. That's no excuse. If you're trying to make the 8s, you don't look 2 weeks ahead. You look at the next game. You win that game. You go on to the next game. You're not gonna make the 8 by looking too far ahead. That's how you lose. That's how you lose, bruv. Instead, we had to watch Sydney waste a spot because the umpires cheated against Adelaide. Anyway. Where was I in the comments? Graz will Freo be favoured by the umps. Hey, Hawks will win this week because Mr. Cat said Dogs will thrash the Hawks. Nah, I think Dogs will thrash the Hawks. Dogs will actually thrash the Hawks. We're not very good, mate. If anyone tips Hawthorn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want us to win, but I can't see it. What difference does it make if they were finals? I've been watching the whole time. Hi, Captain Earth, how you doing? Captain Earth is a spy. Maybe he's a spy. Hello, Thomas Fitzy, how you doing? Welcome. The reason Richmond lose is because they don't play the team they play. The umpires, that's the second reason. They're actually playing their VFL side. We still have suffered watching St Kilda. True, true. When St Kilda made the 8 last year, I was just like, oh dear, that's a guaranteed Giants win. uh, then again, you know, the Giants got a training session and they almost beat Collingwood, almost. Sydney competed against the Blues in finals, though. Yes, you got there because you cheated against Adelaide. Well, not you didn't cheat, but you paid the umpires, so you did cheat. The Dogs literally tortured West Coast after they lost to them last year, and did not stop the pressure. The Dogs also tortured Hawthorn in the practice games. Yeah, those are practice games though. The Swans somehow managed to win 6 in a row late in the season last year. Alright, so Dogs and Brisbane are my last 2 tips. To those watching on repeat, I apologise for not tipping straight away, but you know, I'm reading the chat as well. If you can't see the chat yet, that means the stream is not processed yet. It's a weird thing YouTube does. You end your stream, then the chat disappears until the stream processes. Sometimes it takes a day, but this will be like a short stream, so it won't take a day. But eventually you see the chat. This is me talking to the future. Talking to the future people who actually watch this on repeats, because some people do. Richmond finished 16th or 17th, do you reckon? Yeah, that could happen. But I think you can beat Freo. I think you can beat Freo. In the tipping comp, I am 27th, so I'm gone. I got 2 like in round 6, so it's deserved. The top guy, Declan, has got 45. That's who won last year's comp. I completely forgot. And in terms of total, this Mel person has got 53. So it's Tracy. Interesting. I was going to say, it seems like it's all female names, but Tracy could be a man. And so could... Yeah, okay. Well, it's a good comp for the women at the moment in the tipping comp. Right, Gauntlet. Gauntlets. Excuse me. If the Dogs did not show mercy against West Coast, they won't show mercy against Hawthorn. Fun fact, Richmond has the most club picks. You tip the first 2 games 3 are different. The Brisbane Lions will lose. Richmond Tigers via umpire Dillian D. Suckers. You like tipping Geelong to beat GMHBA. You tip Adelaide in the Gauntlet against North and you're still in it. Yeah, that's a good tip, to be fair. Fair play. Nah, tip GWS to play good at the ground and they can basically win anywhere against... Sorry, I can't even read. They can win basically anywhere, the Giants. True, but I'm going to stick to Sydney. They will get a streak going in the second half and finish 14th. Go for Hawthorn, they should be winning, right? What, against Western Bulldogs? You having a laugh? Like, are you telling Mars McGee that? Geelong wants Hawken and Cameron go. They're going to be bad for a long time. Just wait and see. But that's not this season though. This season they're 6-0 and doing very well. So Saints, Dogs or Bombers? Saints, Dogs, Bombers. Yeah, those are good options there. The team I trust the most there is the Dogs. You also tip Adelaide closing Gauntlet and you're still in it. If you really think Richmond will win, that's your Gauntlet pick. Yeah, but it's also about trust. My Gauntlet tip last week was not North as well, so that's... I'm going to go Bulldogs. I'm going to go Bulldogs. Maybe a little too safe, but at the end of the day, I've still got Carlton and Collingwood. I think they'll both have games eventually that they'll 100% winning. So will these 2 teams. Geelong and Melbourne as well. So like I got to worry about West Coast. Got to worry about Richmond. Definitely Adelaide, especially after my silly tip last week. But I think using the Dogs now would be okay. I think that's an okay tip. Because you never know of the Dogs. You never know if Freo either. That's why I've not gone for Richmond in the Gauntlet. But yeah, the big worry is all these weak teams still there. The winner will be whoever predicts North's unlikely win, unless everyone leaves until the end and they keep losing. um, but my gauntlet tip is the Western Bulldogs. I'm just gonna make sure it's saved because sometimes it goes a bit dodgy. Yeah, got the Western Bulldogs round 8. The Western Bulldogs are my gauntlet tip. Yeah, this could go interestingly. It will go very interestingly. Watch Richmond lose. If you have a brain, St Kilda's logical one. But why? I thought you're confident that you beat Hawthorn, eh? Mr. Cat, what was your excuses to Freo again? Geelong aren't smart. They think they can win games with players. Only don't get me wrong. They'll be a good side, obviously, but once some of them go, which is sooner than later, they'll be down. 694,420. Most likely they'll lose because of match fixing. Go for Geelong because either they lost or you're still in the gauntlet. You're tipping North as your gauntlet. Lol, joke. Just kidding. City will rage if Richmond lose. Geelong's GVS game of the year? Maybe. And Hawthorn, West Coast, Richmond or North play each other. You have to tip that game if you want to win. That is true, Mask. That is a good tactic. I should have tipped Adelaide last week. Damn it. You know what? Screw it. Revenge on North Melbourne. Alright, North Melbourne. I cannot wait to see your downfall in round 8. How dare you? I don't know what I'm saying. How dare you betray me? I wanted you to win the one game just so I could laugh. But now I gotta cry. Damn you. Okay, St Kilda are my gauntlet tip now. The Bulldogs I went for because I'm absolutely sure they'll win. St Kilda I don't trust as much, but North are very bad. So I didn't trust Adelaide either last week. So go on, St Kilda. David lost Saturn's gauntlet because of the Saints last year. I swear, if the Saints cost me my gauntlet again, I swear down. If the Saints lose to North, oh my days. The Saints might move down the tier maker. North already down it anyway. You know that tier maker I made, right? Some people commented like, why do you don't like Collingwood? And that's fine. That's a fair question. But some people ask me, why Geelong? Why North Melbourne? I'm just like, do you not see that there's a Hawthorn football behind me? Like, what's going on? Thomas, it happened. So yeah, my gauntlet tip is St Kilda. Deal with it. Team selected for round 8. Yep, that's confirmed. I'll leave my tips up on the full screen while I read comments before I go. So it happened. AFL favours teams for what suits their money and best. Every time other teams get the ball when they play Richmond, it's match fixed. According to Studi. You're tipping Freo as your gauntlet. Okay, fair enough. Welcome as well, Sports Nut. And because you listen to your advice, you should be gifted a free membership for my channel. How do I gift your membership? How does that work? You're saying I should pay myself. Is that legal? I'm pretty sure you can get banned for like watching adverts on your own channel. Someone did that. Someone went on another computer on their own home, and YouTube checked the IP address, and they're like, "Why are you watching adverts on your own channel, mate? Trying to boost your revenue." To be fair, Studi's a great content creator. The problem is he can't take a loss. Sounds like a Mr. Cat was a YouTube creator. Now watch North beat Saints and Hawks beat the Dogs. If Hawks beat the Dogs, I'm happy, mate. I'm partying. You're keeping your gauntlet tip for the Freo Dockers for the second Western Derby. Okay. Yes, Musk. Didn't he tip North to beat Saints? That's how he lost. Yellow and Black, how you doing? Welcome. Your Freo beat you by 14. you can if he's an actual loss, but you don't see the BS riggery and the max fiction from the umps. North Melbourne are the most hopeless team. Why would you hate them? They gave you your first win of the season. There's a thing called rivalry. even if your rivals are bad, you still wanna see them lose. You go for Sydney. You don't hate GWS. Well, whose fault is that? You know what? Screw it. You tipped Collingwood to beat Carlton. You dislike the Pies, but you think they'll beat the Blues. Change your tip. Harley Reid will kick 8 at Essendon off his own boot. So you got one person saying change your Sydney tip, and another one saying change your Essendon tip. The one that's saying change Essendon is the Essendon fan, which is interesting. Yeah, look, my reasoning is Adelaide Showdown. I think either team can win, but I think Port are winning that one. I think the Crows will win the other one when it's later in the season. I think Collingwood will beat Carlton, but again, could go either way. I think the Sydney Showdown could also go either way, but even though Giants are a better team for me, I am going for a Swans victory. I think the Saints will definitely win. I think Geelong, well, this changed. It was 50-50, but it's changed now. I think Geelong will beat Melbourne. Melbourne are not to be counted out, though. Essendon will beat West Coast, I think. Richmond, I think, can pull it off. Freo are favourites. They will be favourites. I think Richmond can pull it off, just like they pulled off beating Sydney. Dogs and Brisbane, I think, will win as well. Why is it not registered my tip there? What's going on? Why did I not register? So, yeah, although Gold Coast are not to be underestimated either, especially this season. Give you the money, then you pay for the money for membership. But GWS pays good footy, then get popular. That doesn't happen with all teams. See, I feel like Mr. Cat's trying to scam me out of 99p, to be honest. Richmond's percentage already went down 2% against Freo. Gold Coast has the least members. So you want me to give you the money, Mr. Cat, and then I get 70% of the money back. So, like, what's going on? Like, we're basically giving YouTube free money. And I lose, I make a loss. Richmond percentage already went down 2% against Freo. Gold Coast has the least members. We aren't favourites because the Dogs lost. Big question. Suns for finals? Definitely can happen right now. They're doing well enough. I should get the ladder. I don't know why I haven't got the ladder up. It is on the gauntlet, on the tipping page, of course, but I want to keep the tips up on the screen. There you go, that works. They're in 9th right now. They were like up here for a little bit, but they slipped down a bit, but that's fine. These two teams will keep being inconsistent. Collingwood will climb up, I think. I don't think Collingwood will be down for too long. That's the issue. They've lost 3 games, but it was their first 3 games. Since then, they've been fine. The Dogs, you never know. Yeah, they could take the other position. I think the top 6. Port could slip. The top 4 and Carlton, I think, make it, and Collingwood. Top 4, Carlton, Collingwood. That's 6 teams. I think the other 2 places. That's what I'm predicting right now. Okay, the top 4, Carlton and Collingwood, are making the 8, and the other 2 will find out. That's my prediction right now. Don't tip Richmond. Welcome, Mason. I am going to stick to my Richmond tip. There's no choice on sports bets for the ups. Promise I'll tip 3 on Adelaide the next one. Who are they playing? I can check that here. Why can't I scroll to the right? Why do I have to go all the way down here? No, I can't. Why can't I scroll to the right? I have to do that? Where's the normal scroll bar? You want Adelaide and Freo, yeah? Adelaide and Freo. Who they got? Richmond. Okay. And Port. No, wait, that's the next game. So Master's right, I'm a geezer. It doesn't show the next 5 games? How dare you? For flip's sake. Round 8. Yeah, there you go. See? I can navigate a website. Wait, what's going on? Oh, You see, this website is outdated. You see, if I went to the Premier League website, it showed the next 5 games on the list, on the table, okay? I'm used to that table. Alright. Round 9. Okay, that would work. Come on. No data available. You're pricks, you lot. Anyway, Sydney. You want me to promise you I'll tip Frio? Are you good? Well, there's so many comments I have to scroll up to see all of them. Wait, where have you gone? How many comments have there been since I answered that question, bruv? GWS plays good footy, they get popular, doesn't happen to other teams. The reason you hate Collingwood is because of their fans. They get really annoying. Yeah, one swore at me in my vlog. Yeah, David doesn't have rivalry. He spent like 3 weeks here, doesn't know anything about dynamics between teams, just hating whatever people tell him. It's just a bandwagon trying to be cool. What are you talking about? Do Hawthorn and North Melbourne not hate each other? What's going on? That's a good question for the Gold Coast Suns to make finals. And if the Gold Coast Suns wins all of their games at the ground, then there's a possibility. Adelaide Port would be crazy. Yep. Promise you go with your tip 3 on Adelaide in the next one. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Freo. Adelaide. Adelaide maybe. Remember how I used to hate GWS and everyone started liking GWS, suddenly like GWS too? No, it's because of the prelim last year. That's where my mind changed. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? It was literally because of how they played against Collingwood. That's when I started to like them again. There was no choice on Sportsted for the Yumps. Don't tip Richmond. Should you use a joker this round? How can you tip Brisbane at the Gabba? They cannot win there this season. Because they're playing Gold Coast. I know Gold Coast are good, but I don't think they'll beat Brisbane at the Gabba. There is a minimum $10 tip required. We've got a hard few weeks. Freo, Dogs, Brisbane and Brisbane. Because Gold Coast are hopeless away from home. Yep, as Mr. Cat said, Richmond might be the second worst team in the league this season, even though Freo are inconsistent. It's better to tip them. But that's the thing, they're inconsistent. They could lose the most random games, and Richmond have beaten Sydney this season. And they're not the second worst team because Hawthorn, I guarantee you, are worse. Suns can't win away from their home park. We have to play Adelaide and Port Adelaide Oval. Interesting. Both beatable though, but you are Richmond though. That's all. I just realised. But you never know. You know, Adelaide are a bit dodgy, and Port Adelaide. I think Saints showed they are beatable. They're just Saints are just not good enough to actually do it. How are Essendon inconsistent? They played 2 bad quarters all year. Every other one has been got to gameplay, and yet you think they'll lose to West Coast, and you're the Essendon fan. One thing that's really funny happened to me. UCat hid me on his channel, and you think it's because hating on Freo. Then they lost to West Coast. That's kind of karma, or a moderator. You're not sure. I have no moderators. I have one on my Twitch. Remember, he said Brisbane were a lock up for top 4 in this season predictions. Predictions, yeah. In my season predictions. How have we been at 39 minutes? Before the season starts, no team is locked for the top 4. True. I should go back to the ladder for this one as well. Even though it's on the other tab, screw it. This is a good way to show all my tips in the ladder. Tassie Devils win a flag before the Saints. I agree. Let's get behind this. Tassie Devils for the flag. If they win the flag, we are having a party. I have a laugh. Tip Freo. No. I'm Freo unpredictable, so I'm not gonna. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Freo beat us. You bloody hope they don't. No one thinks Richmond will win, apart from the 45% of people here and me. David is having a big laugh, but Richmond Tigers are not Freo, because Freo will win. Yeah, what if Freo lose? If I told you that Richmond would beat Sydney, what would you have told me? They did it. It's not like they can't win against a better team. It's at the MCG, the same place Richmond beat the Swans. Is that Mr. Cat agreeing with Davidoff? Geezer off. See, 69, you're a geezer because you can't spell geezer doff. You're right, bruv. Hello, Luke. How you doing? When I think of the Hawks results, terrible. West Coast win a flag before the Dockers. I mean, they have done that already, like 5 times. I mean, Dockers are formed in 1998, but still, yeah, twice. How many flags do Eagles have? It was every 12 years, wasn't it? So it was 4 flags. 92 and then 94, then every 12 years. They win one in 2030. Stubborn Doff will not change his mind. 69 would spell it stubborn off, because he can't spell Doff. You would believe me. What? You would believe me if I had told you Richmond to beat Sydney? I don't believe you there, mates. I don't believe you, ironically. He's very stubborn. We gave him an earful of how North would not win, and he still did not change his tip. Yeah, but the Tigers are not as unlikely as North. Can we just at least accept that? Okay? Let's at least accept that. You're good, apart from the Tigers free game, you give my tips. Okay, so you give 8 of my 9 tips. I mean, I think I did well there then. Look, listen, I'm going for one underdog, and it's Richmond. And I'm not counting Melbourne as underdog. I'm not counting Sydney. I'm not counting Collingwood as an underdog either. Okay, so yeah. And I am sticking with Essendon as well, even though I've been told to change that too. Apart from the Tigers, be free game. I'm stubborn depending on the case, because my gauntlet tip is St Kilda, even though I was sure it was going to be the Dogs for the past few days. But I changed to St Kilda because someone suggested it, and I thought, hey, they're playing North, why not? Richmond v Sydney was luck. What happened ever since that game? Lost to West Coast, St Kilda, the list goes on. Yeah, but why can't they get lucky again? Exactly, Mr. Gat. Richmond were certainties to beat Sydney. They had rested their whole team. So that's excuse works for Sydney, but not for the Dogs. Very fair, I say. Rob React stole all your tipping contestants and all subscribers. All my new subscribers. What do you mean he stole them? I haven't lost subs. What are you talking about? I think it's fairly obvious the interactions have gone down because I don't do reactions anymore. But like I can't do reactions, so that's really. Wait, sorry. I'm trying to, because whenever I go down to read comments, you can't see my face, so it's like, yeah, there you go, that's better. You can't see the ladder now. I mean, you can see the points. You can see what matters. You can see what matters. Because when I go like this for comments, like I'm like nose high or something. So why are views down 2,000%? Yeah, because reactions have stopped. Can't you just make some random thumbnail and title to react to some games? That doesn't work, mate. Because I tried that and it didn't work, and it still got like the views clearly went down. People don't want to watch reactions without the thing on the screen. So for that to work, I'd have to do like those live reactions I did. I had to watch the whole game and edit my reaction, which takes like 3 hours to make. And I've got a lot of focus on my second channel at the moment, so. But I can do those live reactions. Like that's not like something I'm against or anything. I was gonna do it for Anzac Day, but then I realized I didn't have enough time this weekend. Time is it? It's almost 11. I need to record Stupid Idiots. React to games right now. The video get blocked, mate. The reason reactions are stopped is they blocked the videos. I can't show it on the screen. They block the videos. He's given up on his channel on his about page. He listed his achievements up to 4K subs 2020. Didn't update for 5K subs. I just forgot about updating that. You went still to the video on the screen. Just make the title thumbnail, nothing to do with reacting to highlights. Yeah, they would still block that though. Like sometimes they block it before it's even uploaded. So they would still catch on to it. It's not about the thumbnail, it's about what's actually in the video. Like they have whatever AI they have to detect it. They have something to detect it. And then they have manual reviews as well. It's not going to work. That channel you're running into the ground by doing early reactions to one show. Because I don't have the time. What are you talking about? You know how long it takes to make those videos? And plus that channel is going up. It's on 2K right now. It's steadily like rising. Make a video accusing them of being racist for blocking me. I wouldn't do that unless I thought they're actually racist. How did the amount of people in my tipping comp get cut in half? No idea, mate. You show the entire video but turn the video off for every 30 seconds. That's not going to work. People think it will work, but it just won't. You can get copyright claim for 20-second clips. Like I don't know what it was. I'd have to stop it every 5 seconds, mate, not every 30. It would be on 100K if reacted to Family Guy. No, it wouldn't. No, you think Family Guy would skyrocket it from 2K to 100K? It wouldn't. Yeah, but Rob Reacts is a much bigger channel. It's like he doesn't like. He hasn't stolen anything from me. What's the point in being 40K subs and stealing it from a channel with 5K? He doesn't steal anything. He makes great videos and he's got deservedly 40K. Nothing wrong with that. He hasn't stolen anything from me. Just put a mirror that shows the game so you can see the game watching a reaction. Appeal to strikes. I don't think it'll go far, to be honest. Give a phone to the line with the game on. How did that game happen? He started after me and flew past me. Why can't you make videos like his? What videos does he make? Reactions, right? What do you mean? What, you want me to do NRL tips, yeah? He does a lot of different reactions. Like it's not just AFL. He's got a nice range of content. Are the highlights reactions still on YouTube? The old ones are. If I make any new ones, they get blocked. I think it's a TV broadcasting thing. It must be. I don't think it's like a. I don't think it's even AFL themselves. I think it's broadcast companies. A white guy gets more subs than you. This is YouTube racism. No, it's not It's not racism that Rob Reacts has more viewers than me. That makes no sense. Anyway, that is it for today. Gonna make stupid idiots right now. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'm sticking with these tips. I'm not changing anything. My gauntlet is St. Kilda. That's the one I'm going to go for. And we shall see what's up with these tips. And yeah. Just block them from seeing my videos. What are you talking about? How do you block AFL from seeing your videos? You can't. When you block someone on YouTube, you block them from commenting. You can't block people from seeing your videos. What's going on? React to those old videos all over again. Unless the old ones, you get reactions for free. Don't know about that one, Chief. I ain't tipping the Eagles. Of all the tips to call dumb, you're using that one. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.